Welcome, everyone. So, we're continuing with our learning about nutrition. And today we're going to get into a topic that might be really new for a lot of us. It's called the gut microbiome. And that's a pretty big word. And we're going to learn all about it today and break it down so that it's nice and simple and easy to understand. Okay? So the first word I said was gut. What the heck is that? So when we talk about our gut, we're talking about our digestive system. And your digestive system starts right when you eat some food. And when you chew it up with your teeth, you're already starting to break it down. So you break it down by chewing, and your food goes down all the way down into your belly, into your stomach, and then it passes into an area that's called your intestines. You may have seen pictures of this before. It's all those squiggly lines, your intestines. And that is what we refer to as the gut. So we're going to be talking about your intestines and all the things that are happening in there. So why is it even important to have a healthy digestive system? Why do we care, right? So having a healthy digestive system is super important. It's important for your immune system, that system that helps to keep you healthy, helps to keep you from getting sick, because actually the majority of our immune system cells, your immune cells, I should say, are made right there in your intestines, in your gut. So having a healthy gut helps you to stay all over healthy, okay? Helps you from getting sick. Having a healthy gut is also really important for breaking down your food and allowing those nutrients to be absorbed into your body. Because we can eat all the healthy food we want, right? We can eat fruits and vegetables and whole grains, protein, healthy fats. We can eat all that. But if our digestive system isn't working right, then our body can't absorb all of the healthy nutrients that are found in those foods. So in our intestines, that's kind of where the magic happens. That's where the nutrients gets absorbed into our bodies. So having a gut that is functioning properly is super important for getting all those nutrients from your food. Also, your gut, having a healthy gut, is really important for something else we've been talking about a lot, for keeping a healthy mind. So there's a lot of connections. We might get into this more another day, but a lot of connections between having a healthy gut and having a healthy mind, or healthy mental health, healthy mental state. So there's a big connection between a healthy gut and a healthy mind. And another one is it's just really important to feel good. We've all had that experience, right? Where your belly is hurting and it doesn't feel good, or you can't go to the bathroom, or you've gone to the bathroom too much, or your belly's just having a big belly ache. And when that happens, we do not feel very good. So that is also a really important reason for keeping our guts healthy. So one really important thing about having a healthy gut is bacteria. So we've talked about bacteria before, and bacteria is found everywhere, right? It's on our skin, in our hair, it's in our environment, it's on a doorknob, right? It's everywhere. And there's bacteria that keep us healthy, and then there's bacteria that can make us sick, right? There's two different types of bacteria, and they're found everywhere, and that's normal, right? But guess what? They are also found in our gut, in our intestines, in all those squiggly lines down here below our stomachs. They're also found in our guts. And there is a mix in there of good bacteria, bacteria that helps to keep us healthy. This little guy is smiling. That's how we know that he's a good bacteria, right? So our good bacteria, and in there you'll also find some bad bacteria. Oh my goodness, this bacteria looks pretty grumpy, has its tongue sticking out, doesn't look very happy. So we've got our good bacteria and our bad bacteria, ones that help to keep us healthy and ones that can make us sick. So they all live in our intestines, in our gut. And that is what we call our gut microbiome. And there's not just two. There are so many, almost higher than you can even count, so many different kinds of bacteria that live in our guts. So, in order to have our healthy guts, it's important to have way more kinds of healthy bacteria, the good bacteria, the smiling bacteria, than this grumpy, unhealthy bacteria, right? So, how do we do it? How do we get more of the good guys than the bad guys? How do we do it? There are 3 ways that we're going to talk about today, okay? And that first way is feeding the good bacteria the foods that they like so that they can produce more of themselves. So what do you like to eat, my good bacteria friend? This good bacteria likes to eat foods that are high in fiber. So foods that are high in fiber are basically fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. So things like bananas, apples, broccoli, cauliflower, mimones, papayas, piñas, green beans. Any kind of fruit and vegetable that you can think of are high in fiber. Other foods that are high in fiber are whole grains. So like brown looking, usually, grains like brown rice, like whole wheat bread, whole wheat tortillas, things like that, okay? So this little dude loves eating fiber. And if it gets enough fiber from vegetables, fruits, and whole grains, it'll produce more bacteria just like this. The second way to go about having a healthy gut and having more good bacteria than bad is to add more of these. So eat foods that actually have live bacteria in it. Sounds kind of funny, right? So what are some foods that have live bacteria in it? One is sauerkraut. Have you ever had sauerkraut or other fermented vegetables? So things like kimchi, sauerkraut, a fermented drink called kombucha is a great way to add more of these happy bacteria, okay? And then the third way that we can do that we can keep that balance of having more good bacteria than bad bacteria in our guts, is not to feed this guy. So if you feed this guy, he's going to make more and more and more of himself. Okay, produce more. So by not feeding this guy the foods that he likes, we can help to keep the numbers low of this kind of bacteria. So, friend, what kind of food do you like? All right, he says that he likes sugary foods. So, let's see, things like candy, ice cream, any food that has a lot of sugar in it, sodas, things like that. And what's that now? He also likes processed carbohydrates. So, what is that? That's things like white bread, white pasta, white rice. What else? Oh, things like cakes and cookies, things like that. So, is it okay to have that stuff sometimes? Oh, it is. It's okay to have that kind of stuff sometimes, but you don't want to have too much, right? Because if you eat too much, we'll have way too many of these guys. So he also likes to eat processed foods. So anything that you have to open a bag to get to, right? Probably doesn't have a lot of fiber in it. So processed foods, sugars, and those processed carbohydrates like white breads and white pastas. Okay? So, like I said, it's okay to eat a couple, to eat a little bit, but we want to be eating more food that this guy likes than this guy. Does that make sense? Awesome. So, to recap what we learned today, we learned a little bit about the digestive system and why it's important to keep our digestive system healthy. We learned that in our guts, in our intestines, we have a balance of good and bad bacteria, and our goal is to have way more of these than of these. And we learned how to do that, how to have more good bacteria by eating foods that are high in fiber, fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and by not eating a lot of food, too much food, that's high in sugar and processed carbohydrates. Awesome. We can also get more of our good bacteria by eating and drinking fermented foods and drinks. Great job, everybody. So this was a big topic today, but I hope that you learned a little bit more about how to keep our gut healthy and a little bit more about that gut microbiome. Have a great day.